The seven is considered to be a very mystical number. The number seven is always about intellectual and analytical. People with a life path number seven, they're often very deep thinkers. They're usually researchers. They're like the seekers of knowledge. They enjoy analyzing information. They're drawn to spiritual concepts. You're probably like, yes, that's me if you're life path number seven. They usually have a very strong connection to their intuition, or they're drawn to spiritual practices or even religion. The number seven is great for churches, like at the address. They are best for spiritual places, like if you own a crystal shop or a spiritual shop, higher powers. So the seven brings that connection with the divine. The seven home can be a little bit like the number one, where the people that live there are often very independent and also very self-reliant, because the one brings independence and the seven brings people to want to do their own research. They like to be alone. Now, it also depends on your zodiac sign. So let's say if somebody is like a fire sign, like a Sagittarius, and a life path number seven, they like to have their own space, but they may crave socializing. All right. But if you are, let's say, an earth sign or an air sign, let's say if somebody's an Aquarius and a number seven, people are very more to themselves versus a fire sign that's a life path seven. When living in a seven home, you might be prone to always trying to work on the self, improving yourself, applying yourself. Many times I see this in seven homes too, where some of the people that live there or they want to become a professor, a surgeon, or even a secret agent, or wanting to become a philosopher. A lot of them can be poets and writers. Life path sevens always want to re-educate themselves. They never stop learning. They are always curious about the mysteries of the world. What's going on here? How do we get here? What happens after we die? I find that the most in seven people, although it's not just seven people, seven home might cause people to want to learn more things about just educating themselves on things they've never wanted to learn before. Anything, plumbing, electricity, computers. It's just a number that kind of influences the person or the people living there to want to become more educated on anything, do-it-yourself stuff. The negative traits of the numerology number seven. The seven can be a little bit challenging for romance. It kind of puts romance on a back burner. So if you live in a seven home, there may not be as much romance versus in a six home or a two home or even a three home. One of the things that I do often is I'll look at like a couple and I'll say like, what is both of your birthdays? What is both of your life paths? And then I add the couple's life paths together and see what it equals. So if a relationship equals a number seven, I usually find that the couple is always constantly wanting to learn together, or they do advance spiritually. But the downside of that is that the seven can cause one of them always feeling alone or isolated, kind of like the number one. Emotional sensitivity or lots of mood swings. Isolation, like I said, sometimes it could cause difficulty concentrating, like the five house. Sometimes it causes over perfectionism, thinking I'm just not good enough. I'm not doing everything enough, needing to be perfect, or worrying about what other people think of you. Cause the people that live there to prefer to be alone. It's like they prefer solitude. So they might struggle to open up emotionally with others. It can sometimes cause the people to really overthink situations.